Okay, dear friends, I'm back. Today, I like to do the machine of Pluck 1 on the Vulnhub. I will add the link into the description section below so that you can download it. Before we begin today's journey, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. This will help me very much. You are greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's just get started. To save time, I've already imported the machine into the VirtualBox. So now we can go inside the Linux VM. As you can see over here, I've already discovered the IP address of the target as 252 by the tool like NetDiscover or other similar tools. Then I did the nmap scanning with the options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and also the comprehensive scan. From nmap scanning results, as you can see, there's 4 open ports. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service, and also the actual version information. And as we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. The second one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the version information. Next one is 3306, which is running MySQL. And of course, and the last one, I'm not sure what it's about. Anyway, we do not need to pay attention to this port number in this case. And I think I've already mentioned in the other videos, if you follow along my videos, yes, so far I've made a lot of different machines on the Trahacme, on the Vulnhub, and also the Hexbox as well. I said if the target has MySQL service running, I think we need to check whether we can use the weak password to log in. So let's do it. MySQL. Let's hit enter, and the password like we can use the root, but it failed. It's not allowed to connect to this server. Anyway, we have already confirmed that this is not the right direction. So what we are going to do next is to emulate the 80 port. Let's open up our browser and put the IP address of the target into the address bar. And here, I think this is a simple picture, and we can check the source code of this page, but nothing here. So what we are going to do next? Maybe also we can check whether this site has robots file, but not found. Next, we can use the Nikto to do some emulation. You know, Nikto can give us rich, abundant information. For example, like misconfiguration, some common files or directories, or even vulnerabilities for some cases. As you can see over here, the Nikto has identified a domain.php. Of course, we need to check on this manually. You know, the domain PHP. Let's hit enter. I think we have already got another application. And of course, at this point, we do not have any email or password. And also, when I did this machine the first time, I tried to use the login bypass techniques, but failed. So what we are going to do next, you know, we need to make quick walkthrough about the functions provided by this application, the web application. For example, like a home page. Yeah, we already know that about nothing. I think this is just some dictionary. And about, yeah, wait a moment. As you can see from the URL pattern, including the query parameter page. So maybe at this point, it looks like this query parameter has local file inclusion vulnerability, or LFI. So we can check this manually. For example, like we can use double dot and etc. Yeah, we successfully retrieved the content of a password file, as you can see. And I think we got some username, like the first one is Bob. I think so. Maybe we can open the notebook, and then we can make a note the information what we enumerated out. The first one is Bob, and the second one is Bob. Peter, right? Peter. And also the third one, Paul. You know, for me, if I can know that the target has LFI vulnerability, the next step would be to check if we can access some sensitive or important file. The first one is private key. For example, we can check the home, Bob, SSH, and ID, but not found. And then we can check whether we can access Paul, SSH, but not found. And also we can check Peter. Yeah, we get the same result. Then what we are going to test, you know, we need to utilize or exploit this LFI vulnerability. Yeah, for example, we can check whether we can access log file, var log, also log file, but nothing returned. Also, we can check whether we can access Apache 2 log file, access file, but yeah, failed as well. So next we can check whether this LFI can lead to the RFI, or remote file inclusion. We can set up the web server, or maybe we can generate the simple text like JSON, and we can set up the web server by Python, and then we can check HTTP if we can include or the IP address and the test txt, but nothing returned. So I think at this point we to be honest, I was a bit lost. I cannot find the right direction, although we have already know that the target has LFI vulnerability, but we cannot make furthermore exploitation based on this vulnerability. But hold on, my guys, if we go back to our etc password file, at the end of this password file, there is very suspicious script. So maybe we can use the LFI to read out the content of this shell script. Let's do it. Yeah, as you can see, we did it. We retrieved the content of this shell script. And this shell script, yeah, there's some comments. Yeah, we can get it via TFTP echo. Of course, TFTP is running over UDP rather than TCP. So I think during our map scanning, we didn't find the TFTP. We just did the TCP-based scanning. Okay? So I think this script just do the backing up data, the tar, make a tar, and this is the source. I think this is not a source, this is distillation file, and this is the source. So maybe we can check if we can download this file through TFTP, and we can make a copy of this tar file, and we can open up another tab. We can use the TFTP to connect to the target, and we can use, of course, you can use the help command to get the instruction how to play around the TFTP, and we can get, and the file is this one. We can quit, and now we can list the content. Yeah, we have already get down this backup tar file, and we need to untar this file. We can use the backup file. Okay, and then we go to the home directory. Yeah, the 3 users, we can go to Bob, but nothing there, and go to the poll, and there is directory keys, and of course inside this directory, I think this should be private key, and of course we need to change mode, such keys. But the 3 private key, at this point we don't know which one is correct one. So we need to do the same things for all all files, all private keys. Okay, and then we need to use the SSH check each private key. Of course, we have already know that the username is Paul, and we can log in. Of course, we need to remove and log in again. Yes, but we still need to provide password. In other words, this is not a correct private key. And we can check the second one. Same thing. So we need to check whether the third one. No. And we can check the fourth one. Yeah, which is correct. But although we have already logged in via SSH to the target, what we've got is restrict shell. As you can see, the main menu, we just, the only things, the only operations, what we can do is just like a directory listing, hit enter, yeah, and change directory, edit files. So maybe here, we can escape this restrict shell. For example, edit the field, and we can use the command injection bin bash. Oh, not this one. Bin bash. Okay. As you can see, we have already escaped from the restrict shell. And then what we can do next is to elevate our privilege to root user. Today I'd like to show you the very standard procedure on how to use the metasploit to elevate the privilege. Let's do it. I'd like to open up another tab. And firstly we need to generate the payload. I'd like to autocomplete this command. And then we can upload. Of course, this payload will lead to the meterpreter session. Okay? And then we can set up the web server. I think we have already set up, right? I'm not sure. Yeah, so we do not need another web server. So we just upload. We can navigate to temp directory. And the escalate ELF not found. Escalate. Okay, and we can make it executable. But before we run it, we need to set up the listener or handler, MSF console. And of course, we need to use the same payload as this one. We can use the exploit multi-handler. Use exploit multi-handler. And we need to set payload to, we just make a copy, right? Copy and paste. Okay. And then we can show options. We need to set the localhost to our Kali Linux. Set the local port number. Of course, this port number, should be same as this one when we generate payload. And then we can run this handler. Yeah, handler is started. And then we can go back to our targets. And then we can run this payload. I think we got the meterpreter session. We can background this session. Then we can use the search utility to search suggester. Use this one. Show options. And we can, of course, we can show the sessions, set the session number to 1. And then we can run, this local privilege escalation suggester will go through all possible exploits which allow us to elevate our privilege. I think in this video, what I'm doing is to showcase the very standardized methodology to how to elevate local privilege. Yeah. Also, maybe you can use for example, like upload the linear shell script to see whether we can find some similar exploits. But for me, I always prefer to use the metasploit. If metasploit cannot work, and then we can choose other ways. Okay, as you can see, have already identified some vulnerabilities. The pen tester is just some sort of the test and try and test. Yeah, it's almost done. Now it's running check method for all exploits. Yeah, it's done. And then for me, I always choose the first one. If the first one cannot work or fail, and then we can select next one. We can use this one, make a copy, then we can show options, set the localhost to our Kali Linux, and this time we need to set another port number, like we're 88, and we need to set the session number to 1, and then we can run it. Yeah, appears to be vulnerable. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, meterpreter session 2 opened. And then we can spawn the shell session ID. As you can see, we are root user. And then we can navigate to root directory. And we can get the root flag without any problem. So that's pretty much it. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.